do something. Hold on, y'all. Dang. Hey. Damn, how can I do this? Hope I did that right. Forgot to take my earphones off. See, make sure y'all hear me when you come in. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is what, 8:17? How y'all doing? Labor Day. I forgot all about Labor Day stuff. I don't celebrate them holidays anyway. Barely want to celebrate my birthday. Grandson's birthday was yesterday. VIRGO power. He had a good day. He wanted simple things. He didn't want to do too much. Certain things he wanted and waiting for his little game. 7 now. And this toy he wanted. And to show you the toy he wanted. He wanted to get back at his cousins for scaring him. They do that to each other. His cousins are Aries. It's Virgo, so they like doing stuff like that. And you know Virgo, y'all gonna get y'all lick back. Hold on, let me see. You need to come in here, babe. I'm doing a live. You need to come in here. This what he went got. That's what he wanted for his birthday. The Virgo. He said, and his cousin was scared. He was gonna get his lick back on Virgo. And I'm gonna get my lick back, and he did. But you know, I said that's what they do to each other. It's the Aries and Virgo. Play these little games together. They do real good together. Only thing I've noticed is that the Aries is more open in what they do. The Virgo is calculated and sneaky, and which helps in a whole lot of ways in certain things in life. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying a good thing or a bad thing about that. You know, but could sometimes make the Aries look like he's the villain when it's actually both of them. Anyway, hey y'all, would y'all give me a like coming in? I appreciate it. How y'all doing? Oh, I'm sorry. Hey family, potential family. Maybe I'm enlightening you, confirmation, or just listening, or somebody you know, help in some type of way. So all I want to do is help in some type of way. It's my mission. The Creator had me on a mission these last few days. It was exciting. And I passed by, the last thing that happened was, it had me observing, so I was very quiet. And, well, a couple of things happened. One was, I see how certain groups are getting in neighborhoods and taking over. They showed me that. And how they're doing things right under people's nose. And they don't even notice if you're not paying attention. They just have me sit there and watch some things. And I seen this lady. She was riding on a bike, very attractive lady. She was a Caucasian lady. And something about her didn't sit right with me. So she was hooked onto the bike. She had like this wagon. And in the wagon was a black bag. Like a black, it was thicker. It was more like a black bag that you would use if someone passed away. And something was in there, and it was small. Might have been an animal, but the Creator told me there was a child. So when she got by me, she paused, kind of got off her bike a little bit. And she was looking at me, I was looking at her, and I was looking at the bag. And then the creator and them told me inside, they said she has a child in there. Now either a baby, and they told me she paid for the child from a parent, or she stole the child. She had been watching. They also watch and calculate by having this way into neighborhoods, calculate and figure out how to get the children, how to get certain things in the neighborhood to take over and all this kind of stuff. Thank y'all for the likes. I appreciate it. So she knew that I knew some kind of way. She knew I knew. And she kept looking at me. And she said something. Hey, how you doing, Jennifer? So far, I just started, but we'll see how it goes. So she knew I knew, right? She knew some kind of way she knew. Because she seemed like a person that was in human form and was attractive. In the neighborhood she was in, she knows she couldn't attract certain type of people. Not only her, a whole lot of other ones that was coming down the way. Hey, how you doing? I don't know how to put. I don't even know what that is. I'm from U.S., Louisiana, and they all kind of paused and looked at me. Right? It's like, I'm sitting, I'm watching, and the things they're doing is acting. That's what they was doing. They was acting. It's like, they have no soul, so they're programmed to sway, because if a certain race is fascinated by another one, programmed to be fascinated by another one, they can get duped sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know how to explain what I'm saying, but I knew what she had anyway. So I went further on down that trail and kind of got seen parts of that neighborhood I had never seen, and I stayed in that neighborhood over 20 years. And they had built it up really nice on that side. And each one of the houses, after I met the lady, the creator started telling me, big, nice mansion houses, right? Start telling me about each one in that house, how they'll get in there. It's only a small percentage that's not doing anything crooked to get what they got. And believe me, they probably giving them a hard time unless they know how to protect themselves. But they have, just saying that you have to protect yourself means that they're giving you a hard time. So they told me, they said, but first they kept talking about the lady. Well, she's bringing it to one of these mansions over here. She has a laboratory at the bottom. She has other people working for her, bringing in other bodies, and they experiment on them. Now, they didn't say what they did say, creating something, programming them to go back out. Now, they may not have been, someone may not be dead. They might have gave them a shot or something like that. But some of the parents in that neighborhood is agreeing with this. They're getting paid. They're catching people. They're putting them on drugs, having them wanting drugs. Remember I told you I watched them bring the drugs in my neighborhood. It was way back in the 80s and closed down a whole lot of things for kids to do. So they are doing this so the person will be desperate to do, to follow what they have no choice to say no or yes, because if you're high on drugs, you can't go to work. You know what I'm saying? You can hustle, but it's not going to be a true hustle. You're only hustling for the drugs. And then they also giving them partners that's supporting their habits or making them have those habits. You know what I'm saying? The sexual, because we're so fascinated by another culture till you don't know who you're inviting in. Not saying other cultures are bad. It's certain people in every culture that's sit there for reasons. Like I was supposed to be looking at the boulets of the video. But if y'all looked up the boulets, y'all know by now what I was talking about. There's a certain group that the Skull and Bones Secret Society, they were back in the day. They were the house niggas, straight up. And you know, if you looked in history, the house niggers are usually the bright skin or the brown skin, like myself. I'm not saying they didn't rape them and they didn't do it. If you looked at a good example, would be the Django, where Samuel Jackson played the butler, and he was so loyal to the God that he served. Still going on today. So they must have promised their bloodline that, you know, they would look out for them. And then those people go around in the neighborhood and tell their master, still a master, how to get over on the ones in the neighborhood to make sure that they stay down and they stay up, because you know the boulets want to stay up too. And then they go on something. Then I was thinking about my uncle and aunt. That bloodline of my mom's dad's side, they never wanted to admit that they were black. So they were real, you know, bright skinned. They passed for white. So they showed me that in order for them to stay in a position, they stayed in a really nice neighborhood. And in order for them to keep that position, they had to do the same thing. They had to make sure that the bloodline of theirs didn't rise up. And they were doing different things too. Because I was wondering, I said, damn, I said, why my uncle, when he passed, after his wife passed, and she was sickly, she was blind. She the one who helped me out when I took lithography. And she told me that that's going to be dangerous for me because she was a famous photographer. And she said that dark room is eventually going to mess with your eyes. And that's how she became blind. So I listened to her. And I worked a while in it, though. But anyway, she got sicker through the years. She never had any kids. My uncle had a child over her. But she didn't really like the child. She was very selfish. She was a Libra. He was a Leo. And she was very selfish. She was very beautiful back in the day. And so was he, very handsome. And she was older than him. And they just showed me their life. And I was wondering, I said, damn, why would he started messing around. The last caretaker that he had come to his house was a Spanish lady. And he was very, my mom's side of the family, granddad, very flirty, love young girls. They don't care. Sex, they had the succubus and incubus on them. For real, for real. And so he was messing with the Spanish lady while she was taking care of my aunt. Don't know what happened to that, if she left early or whatever. Don't know the plotting and scheming, but it was some plotting and scheming. So anyway, he ended up leaving, getting her pregnant, ended up leaving her his estate. He didn't leave it to him. His son had passed away. I forgot what happened to his son. Then I was thinking through the years, I said, well, it might have been a smart move because how greedy his family is, right? And then they showed me that whatever he was hiding, that he couldn't let that out. So he had to have something brand new be in that spot. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's what they showed me on that. So back to the mansion. Hold on. Okay, so they showing me whether it's work, whether it's keeping people down at work. Oh, okay, sorry, I didn't see ya. Okay. Okay, you too. Have a nice day. Um, whether it's keeping people down at work, whether it's keeping people down in life, or however that is, medical, y'all know the stories now, how they're programming them to treat certain cultures differently than others. Now it's kind of anybody right now. It's kind of everything on the table. It's you if they know that even if you are going through protocol and you are doing what they say, they still have an agenda for certain people. Now it's a lot of people. It doesn't matter the skin color. But if you're agreeing with this, even if you're agreeing, okay, they put there in positions. How you doing, resident game corner? How you doing? Good morning. They give them these luxury things, these gifts, homes, mansions, whatever. But you have to do what they ask you to do. Now they showed me that a lot of those places were extraterrestrials living in that house, in those houses, aliens in human form. And they're set up, you know, to get in the neighborhoods because they got in the neighborhoods through people wanting materialistic stuff, the greed. They got in there from putting people on drugs, disease, whatever, however they got in there, they got in there. And programmed to, hold on a minute, y'all. To mess them up because remember I told you that the Anunnaki, not all, said that they were going to take the top of the earth back where we at, and they were tired of living under. But this is a calculated plan, been going on for a long time. I took off some of my videos, may or may not seen that video. But so now they on top and they want to stay. And they, hey Coco, and they want to stay. They don't care who they messing with, but they're doing the experiments right under people's nose and bringing them back. They're taking them, doing whatever they're doing in the laboratories right in their neighborhoods, bringing them back without anybody knowing. Because, you know, you got a lot of people. They got the parents. They got so many on drugs. And so many of them out of their mind and mental. Till it's easy for them to come and take them as well as their kids and program them, turn them into clones, whatever the hell they doing, and bring them back. Okay. It's easy. I was just looking at all that as I was going through the path. And that path is how they get in the neighborhoods. And that path is all over. And I'm like, wow. Now, that's a brilliant plan. You make it like the path is convenient for, you know, riding bikes on, walking, exercising. But that path is there for a deadlier reason than that. I was like, damn. Showing me all this. And I'm sitting, I'm watching. And, I mean, each houses, it was so much till I just didn't want to hear too much more because it was just so heartbreaking how they are doing people, you know, and how it's right under your nose. It could be your next door neighbor. They could move next door to you, across the street, down the street, behind you. It don't matter. Calculated plans, watching you, turning, you know, then took your family members and turned them into whatever to become your enemy. You know, it's so sad. It's really sad. I was really upset because there's, you know, you watching. You know, you have to pay, Michael, according to what you want. Tell me what you want. And, you know, if you come up in the reading, we could talk about it. But, yeah, it was really, really sad, you know. Damn. foolish even. So the first person, I guess, will be you, Virgo. This is happy birthday, Virgo. You, Virgo. So something is foolish. Something you might have been on a path like I was. It's really looking at shit. They really talking to you in your mind, and it's like telling you what's really going on and how you have been tricked as well as others being tricked. So it pays to stop and just be silent. You know, yeah, this is what Aries card, Aquarius card. Yeah, now those two together, along with Virgo, that's a brilliant mind. That's a brilliant ass mind. I need to get my notebook up. Yeah, that's a brilliant mind. A Virgo, Aquarius, and an Aries. Shit. Yes, man. Have that in your chart, or even them three working together. Some shit gonna be fucked up. I mean, not fucked up in a bad way, and it could be a good way. If those three coming to turn stuff around, they're gonna get it done. If that's for bad or good, they're gonna get it done. Period. And I should end up, yeah, clearly. Oh shit, and the war. Oh, that's a Scorpio in there. That's still a Scorpio in there. If that's in your chart, you a bad mother, mamma jamma. So we starting off with Virgo. Again, happy birthday. What is today's date? The 30th? Yeah, because my grandson's birthday was yesterday. He's 7, y'all. Very smart. What is this? Labor Day? Readings. Okay. So, yeah. So that's what they showed me these last few days. I had to sit back and watch. And how they like to tear you down when they think that by them giving them these privileges of power, so they feel like if they see you homeless or down or not as much as them, they feel like somebody was working on you that was on their team. So they feel like they can come at you some type of way, right? Because they feel like you're already down. So I'm watching this, right? Either this black lady was either a judge. I'm getting position. She had some type of ranking. This neighborhood. Maybe going through the neighborhood. I know it's the Lovers card. Gemini is your opposite, right? Yeah, well, y'all share the same planet. Y'all can both be calculating alike, different. One air, one earth. But there's also community, neighborhood. Things that go on in the neighborhood. So she decided, I'm chilling, on the bench. So she passed by me once or twice. I've seen her many times before. This is the time she really said anything right, because she was testing my mind. See how far that whoever was fucking with me, how far my mind was, right? So she comes over there and she says, she spoke. I spoke back. Then she said, "You all right?" I said, "I'm good." I said, "I'm trying to wake up," because I was trying to wake up, wanted me some coffee. I said, shit, I ain't had my 2 cups of coffee yet. So she didn't, but she looked over what I just said. You sure you all right? Like I'm on drugs, right? You know, you be wanting to say inside your mind, you be wanting to say something else, you know. So I hold my cool, because I knew that's what she was looking for, right? She was looking for something negative. So I said, I'm all right. Oh, are you homeless? I said, semi. Oh, okay. So I started to say something else. So I said I was gonna do this when people asked me that. I was gonna say, if I answer that, is it for your curiosity, your nosiness, or are you gonna help? Because there's no reason you asking me something like that if you're not gonna help. Do you feel empowered? You know what I'm saying? So I just left it alone. But that's what I said I was gonna do from now on. Queen of Swords, truth. You know, I was gonna ask them, why are you asking a person that? Are you gonna help? Or it makes you feel empowered? Or are you trying to figure out whoever was against them or whoever you sent? Because you never know who you meet out there. That could be the ones that were sent to fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? You might not even know them damn people. They have a whole organization going on, and they want to see for themselves how fucked up you is. How did they crew fuck you up? Yeah, a lot of shit going on. Family, neighborhood. Wow. Who did the people that they program, threaten, blackmail, whatever, to fuck you up? How far in the mind did they get to you, right? So I'm telling you, it was an adventurous time. It was adventurous. I met some new people. Honest, somewhere honest. And I'm seeing how they fucking with people. Tried to come at me, but couldn't. Just say couldn't. In some type of ways, right? They were blocked. So anyway, Virgo, let's see. What else we got? Okay, I don't know if you're dealing with a Gemini. Maybe a family member. Could be a love affair. All this on the card, a marriage or whatever it may be. A good friend, or you know, maybe you can like close to your cousins. I was just talking about the cousin thing earlier. So, showing somebody something, offering somebody something. I showed y'all the big spider, right? That he can't got the scare. I said, boy, don't you have that thing sitting? I said, somewhere it didn't happen at night. Good. I said, damn, the eyes don't glow. I said, boy, if them eyes glow, boy, you would get somebody at night. He just laughing. Like, damn, granny. I'm gonna have to find one with the eyes glow. Cause he like, now I never knew Virgos like that. Stuff like Scorpios and Aries. I never knew that. Tell my grandson that y'all like the gore, but y'all do it in a settled way. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's like Southern Bells. You know what I'm saying? Oh, thank you. How you doing, Emma? Gonna always. I'm on Aries now. I mean, I'm on Virgo. Might as well say with the Aries too. But I wish my husband would have told me. He was trying to play a different role, and I could see that he was trying to play that role. And then he see people, see things. Cause best friend told me they was named the same name. After years later, I seen talk to his best friend on the phone, and he told me, he said he didn't want to tell you that he sees things. I said, I wish he would have. I said, my family, that's my bloodline. That's what happens. And people might call it schizophrenia or whatever, but it's not. See things before they happen, could read a person, messages, my bloodline was like that. And he said, for real? I said, yeah. I said, I wish you'd have told me, you know. he did tell me one thing. He said his dad came back to him and told him to stop treating his family like he was treating them and to get out of his house and go be a man. Now, he did tell me that with his dad. He was going to tell me what his dad was Aries. He was going to tell me what his dad said. His mama was an Aries, too. So, anyway. True that, we all are. You welcome. Thank you. True that, we all are. Okay, and talking about that, so I had to get on myself. I had to go and sit, and that was before I left. I had to, on my way leaving, I had to check myself out of the things that I did that caused things too. My dishonesty, because I was looking at from my sisters, my siblings, to my mom, them, and I was a baby of the family. Being an outcast, whatever you want to call it, black sheep. But I loved them. I didn't care. By the end of that, I just wanted us to be financially together, begging them to open up businesses, because where we left from in my hometown, our family had stuff. Came here, we didn't have anything. So they always very talented. I had to find talents. So anyway, so that disappointed me. You know, it's like put me to the side, and I had to watch them trying to do evil things in order to get what they wanted and get up when they didn't have to do that because they had talents. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people begged them that they would take the money and open up stuff for them, and they didn't want to do that. Now, they came from a bloodline that was a horrible bloodline that was very selfish, and drunkards, prostitutes, taking people land. They didn't give a damn. So that fell on them. They didn't know to fight that. You know, I'm finding more about that now through the years. And maybe they didn't know to fight that. Maybe they just wallowed in it and accepted it. So then I'm fast forwarding to my kids and me trying to instill that in them for as having something, you know, a business. We don't have anything. Let's get together. Let's do this. Let's do that. And having outside influences, and then their dads being what you call karmics, you know, handlers that came in my life. So the children are half that, right? So knowing to pick and choose at that time, you don't know. It's just in you, and you just reacting. So each one of their dads wanted fame and fortune, of course, too. But they didn't know how to go about it. So they were taught to go about it scheming, you know. The first kid's father, his mom, taught him how to get over on ladies, take money, actually for her pleasure more than anything, so she can look like the big one. Didn't want them to put any of their girlfriends or wives or anything above her. She's suffering for that now, though. So that caused a rip in our relationship. And then not feeling like I'm going to that protocol, that way that they want to go. And me kind of like just, you know, trying to be on the up and up. And, you know, working, believing hard work, and having things at that time, houses and stuff was cheap. So, you know, I'm telling him, okay, you know, we young, you know, this house is blah, blah, you know, we can get this. And to raise our kids, you know, we get older, whatever, whatever. So they're not listening to me. They listen because they had already been programmed to do it another type of way. They were having them lazy, riding on somebody else's coattail. You didn't have to ride on nobody else's coattail. You are equipped to get your own shit. So nobody listening, right? Now my husband that I married, he had a family home, and we were staying in it for a while, and he was content with that. And I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Would be great, but you're not owning it completely by yourself. And it was supposed to be just him and the baby sister left. Okay, now she really didn't like. She explained to me she didn't like staying there. About too many bad memories. She was going to U of H. Just when she graduated to be a lawyer, she passed away. Now that was hard. Well, she got killed. They not gonna tell. They don't tell me that she killed herself. That's a lie. And a lot of that strings on that. So anyway, I was telling her, I said, well, let's talk to your sister and pay her off, and that way, because I wanted my own. I didn't want to live in his parents' house. I loved his dad. Dad was a nice man. Now, his mom couldn't talk or hear when she had her strokes. And when she first met me, she didn't like me. She couldn't talk or hear, but she just frowned at me every time. Till my son talked to her in that baby language at a party one time. Had a conversation. Evidently, she understood what he said. After he got through with the conversation, he didn't eat it. He didn't touch his food. He turned around. He looked at his grandma and talked in that language. And after he got through, he started eating his food. He talked a while. So she looked up and she looked at me. First time she ever smiled. I think he was like 2. Almost going on 2. And she ever smiled at me. She never smiled at me. Not too long after that, she passed away. And the dad was really nice. He took to me right off, and it was kind. He was nice. He would tell me things to help him out what his son was doing that was very inappropriate. It was very harsh. And I'm like, how can you do your family like this? And I'd already got into shit. I was already pregnant. Jumping from one relationship that was bad into something horrible. So anyway, so I told him, I said, look, I'm a fair person. This your family stuff, okay? If, I want you to go and buy me something, buy us another place, another home, and we did. I found something very reasonable. And if anything happened between me and you, or just for the kids' sake, they'll have a home. We could rent it out or whatever you want to do, and this is yours, And like I said, if anything happened, break up or whatever, you have somewhere to come back, something paid for already. So that was my mind, because things happen, you know what I'm saying? And then the creator already showed me a lot of stuff anyway. So he, I forgot what he said during that time. So anyway, time went on. He was half doing things. We were freezing in the winter. He would never turn the gas on. Waiting for me to come up with my money, whatever. So anyway, the house catch on fire. Before that, I always kept insurance. I always kept fire insurance, weather insurance, all that kind of stuff. It's insurance, period. So the insurance lady would come to the house. And if a fire broke out, that would be $25,000 to repair it, right? So she would come to the house and try to talk to him civil. He hollered, oh, y'all trying to kill me. All kind of stupid shit. So she knew. Some of the older people be knowing, like, what you got, baby. She looked at me like, baby, I don't know what you doing, but this is a child in a man's body. So, anyway, so he never did agree to it. Okay, Peggy. Fine. Okay. Nice to meet you, though. Oh, okay, to learn, right. So anyway, the house catch on fire. So of course, he blames me. And a lot of things went on. It was not, he was drunk that day. Kids was cold in the room. I put them in my bed. And so they got cold. So I had to, and wait for me to keep us warm, I had electric heaters. But for some reason, electric heat was, I think there might have been an old heater. And the wires at the end would always splice, So I always had to splice it and put another end to it just to keep us warm. And they decided they were cold. They got out the bag and they plugged it in. And he didn't buy, at that time I wasn't working. And he didn't, I told him, I kept telling him, buy some black tape because I want to wrap it up so it won't, they won't ignite and start a fire. So the kids not knowing that, they like 2 and 3. So they plugged it up and it catched on fire with the rug. And so they got scared and they jumped in the bed and put the covers over their head. So I'm in the den with him. He sloppy drunk and now he had already been talking shit. So I'm looking at smoke coming up. So I'm running in the room with the kids and I'm hollering and screaming. So he wakes up and he's out of, still in that drunken state. So I'm getting the kids out, getting them out of the house, whatever. So he's trying to put out the fire with his feet and a dry shirt. So that catches on fire. So it gets worse. So that part of the house is burnt up. So firemen there, whatever. They saying y'all had insurance. He lied. Yeah, we have insurance. Though his pride was just over the roof. Yeah, we have insurance. We all right. We good. It's always his answer. I'm good. We good. So I'm looking at the firemen and I'm like, we are not good. So anyway, we sit in the car and I'm just boo-hoo crying. He started just blaming everything on me. And you tried to set my people's house on fire. You this, you that, you that. Oh man. He was just low-braiding me. So his best friend comes to the car and he see me crying and stuff. And he's like, man, you hear him talking to me. Man, why are you talking to her like that? Don't do her like that, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, Red Cross helped us out. 6 months rent, find an apartment somewhere else, whatever. So we're going through that. Then that comes crazy. Anyway, we got, later on, I found a house, real reasonable. He was working. I just started back working. I had just had my baby. And I'm back working, on and off, not full time. So we move in there, and then he complains it's not good enough, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, I don't know what my point of talking about that. Let's get off of that, because that's... But anyway, so yeah. So, looking at all that, then realizing the bloodline, of your kids having the same. Hey, France. Okay, well, Creole. I don't remember none of the French. My dad couldn't speak hardly no English. Creole French. Louisiana. So anyway, so I'm realizing that. So I used to tell my mom that all the time. Remember, they got another bloodline besides you, because she was hurt on, on how they treated her and how they was doing their lives and stuff like that. And I told her, I said, well, they chose that other bloodline. You know what I'm saying? Not saying our bloodline was fantastic, because we had some shit going on in ours too. But each one is different. So having to realize that now, and then going back to my issues, after not having the support that I wanted, they're being like, their dads, not really wanting to support me. Just like my mom kids. I used to tell all the time, I got your kids. And that kind of disappointed and hurt. And I think through the years, how I was treated, and the little ones was treated, caused in my head. So anyway, my last baby, Sweetie Babe, who passed away in February, her dad, I was with him a long time after I left my husband. And very insulting, but he was good in helping. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's either you have to be with people for a certain reason. If you're a survivor, y'all know what I'm talking about. So, him, different other people, family members, started getting in their head certain things, and they had a certain way of thinking that was kind of remind me of their fathers. Dad should always take care of the kids. The kids should never be responsible for taking care of their parents or helping their parents in any kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Then had some just wanted you to make them feel rich. Like I remember one of my oldest, I was telling her You know, if you get there, I had her volunteering more than I did anybody else. And the other ones got jobs. They didn't want to work for free. So I was telling her, I said, yeah, if you go ahead and get a job, I say I can put the down payment on your car and take your, get your driver's license and stuff. But she didn't want it like that. She wanted me to buy the car. I wasn't rich at all, struggling, working 3 jobs, hustling, selling snow cones, everything I could out the house to make sure they had, what they needed and extra change for school and picked up cans, whatever, whatever. So, that mindset. So all of that was weighing. So eventually I got tired of, and I was already having my issues, my medical issues as well. Because I had to take all kind of aspirins or whatever to um, get me through the pain that I was going through working. But I know I had to keep on going. I had a family now, I'm doing it by myself. So I think the last draw was when we moved in these apartments, and I wasn't working anymore, but my 2 oldest were. And it was a 2-bedroom, and, by them paying the rent, they started being tyrants. And I couldn't believe it. I'm sitting back. Look, sometimes I observe before I say stuff. So I'm watching them not wanting us, like I had like two beds in a room. I always survival, make sure we all okay. They didn't want us to sleep in the bedroom with them. Wow, that was hurtful. Now my 3 last ones was for my husband. So we had to sleep on the floor in the living room. And they started disrespecting me, letting their men come over. Just different things they started doing. So I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? So this how y'all act when y'all in power and you like to kick people when they down. I said, okay. So, I had to get myself out of there, right? So the last baby daddy, he was living in a not so great house, but it was his, however he was paying the rent, whatever he was doing. So I said, shit, I need to get because I put myself on housing, because the last thing I see myself dying. And I was like, Lord, I need some help, you know. So one of my daughter's girlfriends came through and said housing was opening, and I went on and signed up and stuff. But I still had to wait 5 whole fucking years before it came through. So I'm just surviving. So worked on and off, temporary services, different other things. So when I got with him, I know he was good, good worker and stuff like that. I can work when I could or whatever, but we had a small child, so I'm taking her back and forth and the other ones, whatever. So he didn't want me to let the 2 oldest move in with us. I should have listened. So anyway, they all moved back. First, my oldest, she was living with her cousin. Then the grandmother wanted to make sure that bombed. And so she ended up moving back. So they were embarrassed of the house. They're embarrassed knowing that they had positions. They could have been moved out. The little ones wasn't saying too much because, they kind of liked the girl's dad. And they got along with him. He made them laugh. He would take my son. My son started working at like 6 years old. So he would take him on different jobs, painting, whatever, doing yards, whatever, put some money in his pocket. So that kept getting horrible. That kept getting arguments and fusses with him, with the 2 oldest, disrespectful. And he was trying to tell them about the mates that they chose that wasn't good, that they were fake. He was a Libra too, so he could see straight through people. So they didn't listen. So anyway, then it caused me and him being separated, whatever. I mean, not getting along. So he was gambling in the store, playing the games. And he took me with him one time because he kept coming back borrowing money, right? He would lose. He was good at shooting dice. He would come home, when he would go play dice, he would come home with people, dryers, and all kind of shit. but he didn't master. He couldn't master that. You know, sometimes we could be an Aries opposite. We want to master things. And so at first I was complaining about it. Why you wasting this money on this? Blah, blah, blah. So anyway, I kept going with him. I said, let me try. And I got baited in. And I won. And I kept winning. And so I got baited in. So that started to be my escape when everything started happening at home and nobody was listening. And I couldn't solve the issue. I would leave and go play the game. So that became my crutch. So then I had another girlfriend. She was a Libra. I can go talk to her. She opened my eyes to a lot of stuff that I know now. I would see different things. She would show how to, witchcraft and black magic was thrown at her on her marriage and watching her husband shapeshift and try to listen what we saying, and the neighbors stealing her ovaries. She had to watch that one of the daughters got pregnant with her child. I mean, a lot of shit. I loved her family. Her family was cool. She had a Gemini sister. I met her first. We worked together. She showed me how to get in there and grind. And you know, she was real cool. She did the streets things too. And she told me you know, how to survive, but you know, she wouldn't go to bed with these guys. She knowed, because they was on drugs, a lot of them, but she knowed how to get around that. You know, she just played the game well. So, and then, you know, we worked together, whatever. So, that, I mean, this family taught me some shit. So, after all the things, the overwhelming, everything going on from past until now, that was my escape. You know, the gambling became my crutch. And so through the years, when thinking about what people was doing, holding grudges, I started asking them for money. Wasn't working. Then if they wouldn't give it to me, I would take the money. So that's my punishment. That's my karma. Because I just had to get out of there. I just had to get away. And then stuff started happening more and more I couldn't handle. And that would be my escape, you know. And didn't know if people putting witchcraft on my kids, witchcraft on for me not to get a job, witchcraft on me to not get in a house anymore. I mean, it just got crazy and crazy. And then when I finally got on housing, and there was enough room for everybody to have their own thing. Then that house stuff started happening to that house, so I had to move. I got into a better house. And that land was cursed. And I didn't know people were still cursing because I had a party. I was proud, you know. Got something really nice, you know. So it was my daughter's birthday, the one that passed away. So I'm inviting family, I'm inviting everybody. And I didn't know how negative everybody was and how they was expecting me and my kids to be nothing. I seen everything that came out at that party, how they felt about me, from my nieces and nephews on to my siblings. And my sister, she had, this man gave her a house. And she came in and she went all through the house. And then she came back and said, well, at least my house paid for it. I said, well, I said, that's good, you know. That's cool. I said, I said, that's really good, you know. She told me off. And before her daughter got there, she was like, the way to driving to the house is really nice neighborhood, right? So she said, she's saying all down the road, nah, this ain't right. This ain't where my auntie live at. My auntie don't live in places like this. You know, she ain't upscale, you know, just put me down. Hey, Booker. Oh, you want to get over here? Hold on, let me hide you. Go. Birthday boy. So I'm listening to all the negativity and the jealousy. And then a mother-in-law of one of them, she was like, "You need to give me this house." She was staying in an apartment, and I'm like, and I'm looking at these people. They have relationships, mates, good jobs, way more than I had. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, as soon as I get something, it's a problem. Same like the song say. And I couldn't believe people that I love. I mean, I did everything I possibly could. Raised some of them, everything. Put them to feel that way about me. So I didn't want to have, I didn't have another party in that house. And as a matter of fact, it started getting crazy. It started getting really crazy. A son catching a mental illness, witchcraft on that. I'm learning how to see witchcraft in the house. I'm doing different things. He don't want to be in his bedroom. You know, he causing him to attack me, attack his siblings. I mean, all kind of shit start happening. They put a curse on it or whatever they did, because they felt like I don't deserve anything nice. Me and my kids didn't deserve anything nice. So that started that. And yeah, so just realizing, you know, a lot of things was not my fault. A lot of things is my fault. But never thought about getting rid of anybody, putting a curse on somebody. Never thought about hurting nobody physically, any kind of way. You know, I was hurting. I was under deep depression and didn't know it. You know, yeah. So anyway, just make sure you're looking at yourself, bottom line. You know, your flaws. Yeah. So anyway, Bert, let's keep going. 7 of Cups reverse. Promise something and not doing it. Keeping your word. Or it's a family member, because it's right after the 6 of Cups. Remembering things that people did not do for you. And say they were. It could be a parent. It could be anybody. You know. People don't know how much that devastates. You get grown. It still lingers. You know. Still, everybody reacts in a different way. You know what I'm saying? On the hurt that they have from childhood on. Everybody reacts in a different way. So controlling that action would be the best thing. You know. It says wake up. You're in fantasy land. Because if you know they didn't like you, I mean they're holding grudges, or they're trying to keep you down. Some you know, you have to do things for survival sake. And plan your way out of it. That's all I can say. Find your way out. It says get it out. You know. Forget the, you know. So, I mean, strange love. Not saying these people won't take up for you in certain situations, but their heart is on their agenda. And sometimes people, you know, that agenda grows way better than the love for you. You know what I'm saying? 4 Wands reverse. Yeah. Time to go. Now, if you have a home or something like that, selling a home might not be so great a home. You could fix it up. You know. Don't worry about what people saying. I get, as long as you happy where you at, whether it's a shack, whether it's a tent, whether you live in a tree, I don't care. As long as you happy, get out of control. Yeah, you got to get out of their clutches. They ain't gonna like it. They ain't gonna like it at all. You know? But who cares? It's your life. You see that now that it's your life. You have to figure that out for yourself because you're responsible for what you do. People don't feel that way. You're responsible for every move that you make and what side you on. You know what I'm saying? I don't really want to say sides. Choices you make matters. It matters. Put it like that. It matters. Ace of Cups. The creator not liking this shit. Access denied. So they wanted to come and attack you, cause argument. Maybe someone was trying to get in your computer, trying to get in your head, whatever they was trying to do, your bank account, whatever the fuck. A lot of hands in it. The creator said access denied. Hard times for these people. Trying to cause you more hard times than you already been through. Verdict. It says it's time for you to go in hermit mode. Leave people with it. And I'm pretty sure this hurts. You know, according to how much, because it's a big love here you have for people. You know, but yeah. Do your own, like I was saying, look at your own self. All them past hurts, all that stuff. It's time for that. You know, because they're not wishing you any good. They're not wishing you any good at all. Keeping you up at night. Hearing things. You could see and hear things. Or you could be like, what's that, Clay or whatever. You know. Keeping secrets. Keeping it to yourself. You're hearing secrets of what, you know, they might not be nowhere around you. Cause I was like, what was all this? Like I was reading people's mind. I could hear what they talking about and whispering to themselves. I think that's why they paid me a lot of attention when I was on that trail. Because I could hear what they were saying to each other telepathically. That's why I think they wasn't human. I mean, humans could do that too. But it was something about them. And each one of them was like, they looked at me and they spoke and they like, you know, I was checking out. No, I'm not the regular. Keep it moving. But I hear what you're doing. I see what y'all doing. I said, I tried to save that neighborhood. I knew it was coming. But they didn't. The big people of that neighborhood wanted wanted money. How you say it? It's a phrase for that. Throwing them under the bus, but it was another phrase. Yeah, well, they threw their whole neighborhood under the bus. Okay, what is this? Not inspired. Or whatever you're hearing is not inspiring. So you might be around people, a lot of noise, a lot of gossip, and it's nothing productive. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing that's gonna bring everybody to the highest level. You know, they still want to stay in this low vibrational state. You have to leave them where they at and go on and be happy. You have to leave them where they at. Bottom line. And that hurts. That really hurts. Now temperance fail. They're not going on the right path. And you have to go down a different path than them. You can't go down the same path. Okay? You have to go down. You have to, you know, you called to do something else. And they want to stop your calling. You can't hang around. Gotta go. They have no ideas. They'll stop your ideas. No enlightenment for anything productive. They still want to get it the easy, so they think, easy way of getting it from somebody else, stealing from somebody else, taking somebody else's work, taking somebody, plotting and scheming, taking people land, taking people homes, may have even took yours. You know what I'm saying? They still want to do the same thing. And most of them not even human no more. Most of them, like I said at first, program. They fall into the program. They fall into the lies. They still think that they're going to end up on top, you know? And we both know they're not. They're going to end up in something because these people that putting this programming in their mind, they are not loyal. They don't give a fuck. They don't care. These entities, whatever you want to call it, they want to come back up here and take their place. And they doing it. You know, they taking the land. They doing it. What my daughter, she told me something the other day. She was saying about, damn, what did she say about the elite? The government or something. Oh, when your mom or dad pass away and they have a home paid for, they don't want you to have it. And that's, ain't that legacy? Same shit, different day. They don't want you to have your parents' stuff that's supposed to be going down to, passed on to you. The government want to keep it. These folks they outrageous. It was kind of spying, but we know this could be true, right? Finding different ways to do that. Yeah. This is really sad. So you need to get your spy gear together.
Granny,
For real, for
do
real.
you know it's soon my birthday?
Do I know what?
Do you know it's soon my birthday?
Your birthday was yesterday, man.
Well, today we did not go to a food place for my birthday.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. And didn't you say you want to go arcade or something? Play the games? So Virgo have continuation. The whole weekend is Virgo. Death. Reverse. Damn. They try to do all kind of shit. They trying to take you out, bird. But they couldn't do it. It wasn't written in the stars. Whatever the shot they made at you didn't prosper. Don't want to change. Don't want to revive. Just surviving. Release toxic people. Not want to change. They don't want to do none of that. They like wallowing in that pig shit. Afraid of spiders. Just talking about the spider with my grandson. As to me, there's also a lot of hands in this. So whatever somebody, there's a skull and bones too. So whatever somebody got into, it's not easy to get out of this shit. Not easy. Then we got paranormal activity, forensic. You could work in either one of this. Could be graveyard. You could take care of the graveyard. I don't know. I say I don't even know y'all like Stranger Things. I'm finding more and more about Virgos. And then I'm Virgo cusp, and my Virgo is in Mercury, I think. No, I got Libra and Mercury. I forgot what's in Virgo. Is it my Uranus? Anyway, I see why my mind be going now. So you might be doing some type of experiments on your own, or you should. Like I say, spy gear. Because I was thinking if you got them 3, Virgo, Aquarius, Aries, Scorpio in your chart, you should have a laboratory, a hidden laboratory. It's time for you to hide stuff. It's time for you to go under. Yeah. It's time for you to go under and do some stuff. And it's going to be hard to find loyal people. I found more loyalty on the street than I did anywhere else. 8 of Swords reverse. Yeah, to get yourself out of these situations. Time for you to go incognito. It's going to take time. It's going to take time. In here. He just got up.
Your chest still hurting?
Who? His her chest was hurting?
Last night his chest was hurting.
What you ate, Booker?
That pizza, remember?
Oh, yeah. Eating some baking soda.
That's why I gave some baking soda.
Probably something warm then. Yeah, that's why I eat that piece. I'm not going there. Ooh, that heartburn meat's a mess. Some of y'all might be having heartburn. Watch your diet. Now that tower, it says relax, calm down, believe in yourself, okay? Can't take the same patterns. You can't just brush it off and think that it's not gonna change. I mean, it's gonna change. Some might, a small percentage, some might not. And don't think they not trying to figure out another way to come at you. Might have to downsize for a while, Herky. But that's okay. Be happy wherever you at. Why do you people feel they have to prove stuff to everybody so much? I have to be better than you. I have to do this. Get out of that. Get out of that. Because they don't know what the fuck they doing. Most people just doing shit. Most people just doing shit. Hook on stuff. They depressed. They in some all type of ways. But they don't want you to do that. They don't want you to do that. I mean, they don't want you to see that. Put it like that. And it could have caused, like I say, some type of addiction for yourself. Like I was saying about my story, I was very disappointed still. But I'm learning, If people don't want to follow your, things that you try to make it for everybody in a way that you don't have to hurt anybody. And if they don't want to go that way, it's their choice. There's nothing, you can't force nobody to do shit like these other organizations. Once you get in it, you got to do what they say. Now you being bullied, stop. They sending you on assignment that you don't, to take somebody out or to make somebody feel bad, whatever they're going to do. These men organizations to hurt women, these women organizations to hurt men. You might have got in there. It might have started off one way and it ended up a whole different way. Somebody came in and just flipped the whole thing around. Say it was an organization to help men who've been abused by women, have hurt from childhood, maybe been abusive, to make them, change. Then somebody came in and changed that whole around and started saying, yeah, your woman the problem, and yeah, she did this, did that. You know what I'm saying? Make them start hating women. All designed. Same thing for the women thing, for women's rights, to work, getting out of abusive situations, stuff like that. But somebody came in and changed that whole shit around. Hated men, yeah, men a problem. So you can want another woman or you can want another man, disrespecting. So they go out and they hurt women and they hurt men. Yeah. So many crazy shit going on. It's crazy. You may not liking the job you're on, and your creativity, very creative, that you know that you deserve better than what you're getting. Yeah, I told you. Yeah, I want you to be a star. They're trying to change your light out. I don't know if this is a movie star, celebrity. Could be looking at stuff and realizing, is it worth it? And maybe, I don't know if you're ashamed to get out of it or you can't get out. I don't know. Maybe you're finding a way to expose it. I told y'all about different people I met who had to leave all their money, and they had got them on drugs and stuff, but they got hot. Shit. They got hot. They the ones. with their life. A lot of them ain't getting out with their life. Says rag. Yeah, there it is. Rags don't work. Slow. You have to lose the position.
Okay.
Okay. Stop hollering at your mama, boy. Okay, pick him up. You act like you're alive or something. You scared of your own thing. You scared. Go. You scared of it. How you gonna be scared of something you bought to scare somebody else? What is going on? Oh my goodness. You scared of your own creations? Don't be Frank making up Frankenstein, Mr. Dr. Frankenstein, and create some shit. Cause with that Virgo, Aquarius, Aries, Scorpio, you can create some shit. And then this Aquarius right here to start. All that shit. Yeah, you can go there. You working on something. Somebody is. Oh my goodness. Just be careful what you create. Come back to haunt you. Now loneliness, somebody going, oh, this going to a whole nother level, word. Delays, missed and slow. The Hierophant. Now this the Alchemist. Virgo, just be careful. Crazy. This could be, okay, this is a doctor too. Watch the doctors. Somebody could be lying to you. Saying you got something and you don't. Say it's something wrong with you and it's not. Giving you medication or something like that. That it's not going to help you. You know they want money. Saying you got to have an operation or something. I was telling my grandson yesterday, who's Aries, about different things about life. And I was telling him, I said, they could, how the elite, they can lie and say you got something wrong with you, kidney, whatever. And ain't shit wrong with you. But they need that for a rich person or somebody with money that's going to pay for it, and you fit the bloodline. You know what I'm saying? You fit the blood type. You know? So, be careful with that. Because it look like something like that.
That's not fair.
Blood transfusion, I'm hearing that. Yeah, you fit whatever this high elite or whatever need. Or your child, Rumpelstiltskin. Somebody got in, can't get out. It ain't that easy to get out. Or they want you to go and find that type of person, whether you're a doctor, nurse, the medical field. This is, yeah. And they're gonna pay you. You get paid for it. So I don't know if you've already in there, or you falling in there. But see, you know what who is that? Where they keep you down. I was talking about the neighborhood too. Keep you depressed, keep you having anxiety, keep you hooked on drugs or whatever substance. It could be prescription drugs. It could be gambling, like I say. It could be anything. So they can make you do, and they ain't gonna make me do a damn thing. So, but they can get in to take over. Or some cases, they supply you, and this is, yeah, this that too. We'll supply you with the money for your habits. So if you do this, that, and this against these people, whatever, government also here. Let us in your neighborhood. Let us in your house. Let us in your mind. Let us in whatever. And you got a lot of rats in the neighborhood. A lot of rats that's turned, like I said before, throwing people under the bus for money, for gain. That's all they were showing me these days. How they turned. where to live at no more. It's everywhere, true enough. There's nowhere you're going to be that's excellent. But, damn. Knight of Swords, tears, nightmares. They could be sending you all of that too. But they say that money gonna land you worse than you was before. That's what they're saying, the nightmares, the tears, anxiety, depression. It's not gonna get you out of that. It's gonna make it worse. So I know somebody here have a mental illness and they're using mental illness patients. They gave it to you and now they programming you to do it. Empress. What about the Empress? Ace of Pentacles, money coming in, stable, new opportunity, finance and success. So maybe that's how you're gonna feel, but undercover at night, maybe you having these nightmares, but you wanted to elevate yourself. Seven of Pentacles. Patience, ATM, banks, crops, evidence. Let me see before I say that. Three of Cups. I don't know if they dangling a carrot. This is what we're gonna give you. Maybe gave you a little bit. Now they got you on another assignment, but they ain't paid you for the last one fully. You hanging with these. Now, something they want you to do alone. Now, also, I got you gathering evidence. Oh, somebody wants you to gather evidence. This is either you as the Empress, blackmail, you don't do this, blah, 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 or they feel like they got enough on you that they don't really have to pay you or do whatever. Give you crumbs. I see that too. But look like another assignment they got for you too. Set you up and get evidence on you. I'm hearing that too. Whatever your expertise in. Could be in the military. I just want to say that. Could be in the military. Or just special unit or agent. You know. For the neighborhood. For whatever. On a job. It says Hollywood director, producer. It could be a director, producer. It says expedition, artifacts, whatever. Self-doubt. So they're keeping you low. These extraterrestrials. Patterns, magic, power, out of country. Childish, free. Something you're passionate about. Or they want something they doing. Patterns, navigation. Secret. Secret society of sacred things. Sacred things. Something about a child. Are they dealing with your mind as a child? It's the Aries, the drive, the motivation, you know, like to go and do. So it says depending on money, not free. Can't celebrate. False celebration. I don't know. Something ain't fucking with somebody's mind now. Now, ooh, they even showed me an extraterrestrial. You being fucked with. And that's your family, extraterrestrials. I don't know why they just showed me that. Shit, you could be turning on your own people. I don't know. Three of Pentacles. Yeah, they want you to meet up with somebody, some plans they have. In the secret, in the dark, alone. Now we got the Vatican here, church. Could be in the church. I don't know, wherever it's going to be at. To give you the idea, to plant the idea. Could be a computer chip, could be triggering you, could be paper, I don't know. Okay, Virgo, it's getting a little crazy. Let me see. Now this could be a results also from from somebody going into surgery or hospital. I think they exaggerating on what's wrong with you for whatever reason. This is lack of teamwork. Okay, I don't know why I read that. That was not reversed. Oh, could be telling you we can't depend on your partners you had before, or we call it in a specialist. It says heal on your own. You have the power to heal yourself, whatever you take. I don't know. Queen of Cups, King of Cups. So we got more rich people coming in. Business work, something about work plans. Some kind of plan they got. Another facility. Oh, who was that? We was talking about my last one of the readings. It was talking about they build another place. Oh, I was talking about taking these kids. Now they need some experimental people to be in that place. So I don't know, something going on. 3 of Wands reverse, dirty, empty. Oh, she dirty. Queen of Pentacles. And we got the King of Pentacles. Hierophant reverse. Okay, that's your earth sign counterparts. Can't escape. So whatever this is, you can't get out of it. Whatever it is. Whatever planning this is. Surgery, whatever. Let's see. If you're not the Empress, that your assignment is the Empress. You gotta find evidence on them, stop their money, make them feel isolated, alone. Maybe even messing with their child. Or causing their child to do something. 3 of Pentacles. Giving brainwashing, giving them assignment. I don't know. Everything's coming out the closet door. 3 of Wands. Skeletons falling out that closet. When you seek destruction, you usually find it. Boom. One daughter setting up you to think the other sister is a murderer and crazy. Interesting. Every time I get ready to chill, here your ass come. Beautiful dreams reverse. Some celebrities are aliens.
All right, I just get back
Your
out
brother
there.
Capricorn. Okay.
Why are you laying down? I want to get your medicine first.
Family who always had and want and live good. Want more of the inheritance for themselves, killing other family members off. Same thing. Or corporation, still work for a corporation, still want everything to stay the same, stealing and what they stole, killing people off, brainwashing, creating no souls, people, blah, 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 blah. Same old shit, different day, so it's not changing. Oh, I got a little bit of mixed divorce. I want a divorce. Trying to put fear in you to mess up your job or promotion, co-worker or family. Incubus, succubus. See, that you don't really, I don't think that's you, but they got it on them. Most Virgos I know, they like sex. They like strange sex. Some of them. Some could be sneaky. That's low vibration. Because I remember my sisters. Ooh, booba. Hurry up, go, wake up. My sister, that's a Pisces. Now, as crooked as she was dating a Virgo. And she told me she had got pregnant for him. And she said, I'm not having this baby. She said, this man too evil. Say, I don't know what type of baby I'm gonna have. And she got rid of it. Not with a doctor, but she got rid of it. She was scared of him. I knew it was fake. He was whenever he was coming around me, he was all trying to make like he was a good guy, you know, on my side. But he did tell some truths. He recognized that they were jealous and they were putting me down. He did recognize that. Both of the Virgos that my sister and I married, they did recognize that. And they treated me okay, though. They treated me okay. And try to boost me every time I came around. You know what I'm saying? And they thought in a way that they wanted to go to bed with me. I don't think so. It was like I was a little sister.
Is the internet working?
What's not working?
Is the internet working?
I don't know.
So I can get some V-Bucks.
Oh, let me see. I don't know. Let's see if it's on. You know I don't know how to do that. You got to wait till Mama come back. Hold on now. Let me do something.
No, she needs that like on a card that go to that one.
You told her to buy it? So what I'm doing now? Trying to see if it works. We can't do nothing without the card, can we? So we can't do nothing without the card. Then what I'm turning it on for, man?
The internet work.
Oh.
It work? It work?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't know. It ain't fully on yet. Well, I just got to download too. Somebody trying to knock down a leader. That hair from being reversed. And be the leader. Take over the leader spot. So if you're a leader on some Virgo, somebody wants your job. It's like them cards said. What is all this? I don't know what the hell all these different languages. What the hell? They won't let me exit. What is it doing? Something about the remote being not plugged.
Yeah, I need that little big plug that can go to here.
Oh, that's not mine. It's something else. Oh, well, I don't know, but we have to wait on Mama then. Where the big plug in? You don't know? Well, I don't know. I ain't finna sit up here and rattle my brains on something I don't know nothing about, mister. Yeah, somebody wanting somebody position. Still a power struggle, a power game, playing games, want something somebody else have, but knock that person down the size. Child, let me finish this. Finish it. Strategy, child, whatever. Hiding their temper. It's reverse. Pisces, they might can't hide it no more. There are always rules. True that. Somebody might feel that way, but there is. That's your opposite. Blacks. Now that could mean all kind of things. Sacrifice a Leo. Fix yourself. Sacrificing a Leo. If I told you to fix theyself. And I'm coming for you. If you did anything to my daughter, body parts or took her away because you want to repair yourself. Just saying. Curse you out. A curse. Gentiles. Your niece is jealous of your daughter. Lady at work, your husband's sister Pisces. You work for the creators, reverse. They don't. Sending the Grim Reaper at you. They not stupid. Hello, Scorpio. Grim Reaper not stupid. National Guard. That was kind of sideways a little bit. Somebody may work for the National Guard. Disturbing the peace. Definitely they doing that. Money you don't know on husband-wife side. You was supposed to die. They don't want to give you this money. I was hired to destroy you or your family life. Break y'all up. Don't blame me. This is my profession. Your brother Aries. Ooh. Okay. Sacrifice Taurus. Kind of sideways. Driver's license. Needing information. Inventions of black people in America. So this is an organization. Could be that boule. White car, truck, SUV. Just cause you black ain't mean you innocent. Helping this shit go along. Traitor. A lot of them around. Wants to kidnap your baby child, trafficking, or can have one. Raised as their own or sell on the black market. That a bitch. Sacrificing Sage, kind of reverse. Black Lightning. Sage got some power on their ass. Long lost neighbor or nephew. Sage say, come over here, I'm gonna fuck you up. Them Taurus. Trying to kill mother and father. Your husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend have a spell on you to help kill others. Fame and who are famous or in sports. Programming. Neighborhood cops. Programming. Could be a cop. Said National Guard too. So they done program most of them. They need a therapist. Or it could be your therapist. Be careful what people be telling you is wrong with you. You gotta know what's wrong with yourself. Coming through the thunderstorm. Beans. I keep referring back to that movie I seen where it was the witch came through the thunderstorm. Next thunderstorm, maybe they CERN to take over somebody's neighborhood or something through the next thunderstorm. And I was looking at the neighborhood. I said they don't want to get rid of all the blacks, the ones that's on the up and up. They know that's pure, because they gonna get fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Because if they take all of them out, the creator gonna fuck them up. He's sparing certain areas and certain people for the people that work for him or the good that he sent there. But they know if they get rid of all of them, that's why she doing something and she putting it back. You know what I'm saying? It's still trying to hurt. They want to see a reaction. Wife, husband, sister stealing his or her inheritance. Forged signature. Fake pregnancy. So they can steal somebody else's baby. You know, play like they 8 months. You 8 months. Ass ain't been more pregnant. They gonna take your child. Or somebody could be a surrogate mother too. Sister. Says reverse. So I don't know if that's a gay person. I don't know. Government train. Whoever it is. Your brother Virgo. Okay. Yeah, every Virgo ain't on the up and up. Every sign, you know what I'm saying? Different people. Shooting a cop. We never effed. I don't know why they want to peep that. Israelites. Fake wife. Everybody on up and up who holiday song. Your sister Tars. Titanic. Gold on boat made out of. It's a love story. So something about gold. Maybe she's gold colored. Something's a love story. They want to break somebody up. Cop hitting, beating someone. Maybe that's when they shot their ass. I'm sorry. Your baby daddy, mama, messing with you, evil eye, or spell work, love or disaster spell. I don't know what's wrong with these mothers. It might not be your mother. It might have been stolen. And this person was evil as fuck. Want to run your life. Stole from a baby. Evidence of them being pregnant, but it was a fake pregnancy. They stole somebody's child, like they was talking about Beyonce with their first baby. Now I don't know how true it is. A lady keep coming on saying that's her baby, and then some say she put surgery on Beyonce, the little girl. So I don't know. Me don't know. Rumors. People do what they do. Yeah. Whatever side you're on, Burger. Let's see. I'm gonna turn this ad back. Oh shit. Second chakra, sacral chakra. Creative manifestation. I have the ability to manifest and create positive outcomes in my life. It is a time for me to manifest what I need. I ask myself, what do I need? I am optimistic and creative in carrying out all of the tasks that come my way, even seemingly mundane ones. And I maintain a positive attitude in all I do. I am open to receive and I am deserving. Yeah, your own creativity that you created. And why would they want to take your shit? You know what I'm saying? That's what I got from that. That's crazy, but they do. It ain't gonna end up good for them. It might be for a while, though. Third chakra, solar plexus, personal power. I choose to be myself and to express my truth. I have a positive influence on people and the situations around me. I allow my integrity and confidence to shine, which instills more confidence and belief in myself, and then encourages others to have natural confidence in me. I do not allow my personal power to become egotistical, manipulative, or exploitative. Okay? I was thinking while I was reading that, people listen to you, Virgo. They really do. So how you want to use that, abuse that, or keep it real, it's up to you. All right, so I got on Virgo. First one in the boat. Somebody going on a yacht or a boat thing today. A nice day to just chill, put your feet in the water, just float. Float on. Float, float. A lot of healing in that water. I told you about my mom used to heal. She had to go over water to heal. Say simple things instead of, they always trying to make it dramatic when you go to the doctor. Oh, you need surgery. Oh, this gonna happen for that. Oh, you need this. And it's just simple things you could do. You take the time out to find out. Go through all cultures, see what they did. Natural remedies, what our ancestors a long time ago did. It's So anyway, let me see what 45. 45. Trying to debate. Oh, well, I gotta turn the phone off sideways and all that. I need to give me some more coffee. I ain't ate. Yeah, I know I always make this a series. Now I'm old now, okay? Sometimes I can go longer, sometimes I can't. Not as much as I used to. Because I like chilling, recuperating, get my mind together, you know what I'm saying? Something about the number 7. That's Libra and the planet 7. Somebody else's name was 7. Oh, that's her name was 6 or 7. 11. Oh, 7-11 day. 8 today the 30th. 8/30/25. 7-11. 11/7. I hadn't seen a 7-Eleven. I was in a 7-Eleven the other day. I couldn't believe it. But you know, that's owned by Asians. I researched it. Owned by Asians. And they've been here a long ass time, 7-Eleven. Way back in the 80s, maybe even the 70s. And I was surprised to know that. I think it's the Asians on that, if I'm not mistaken. One of them different cultures. So all that stuff they've been throwing at us about different cultures and getting them out of here and war with them and all that, they all been here. It's a game. Fucking with our head. I'm gonna come back, y'all. Thank y'all for coming. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. Like, subscribe, share, and comment. I gotta eat. All right. Talk to y'all later. Series number 2.